this might not come off as a compliment, but Brian, if you would have guessed in Miz's tenure here in the League of Leagues, which is it's a ludicrous league. I mean, the fact that you only win like 4,000, you should win $50,000 for this because it takes up every second of your time. Oh, it's ridiculous because there's no such thing as a trade that can't go down. So I could trade you a catcher for a backup running back or something. The possibilities are endless. So there's endless amount of time put in. But I will say, Brian, if you had a bet, Miz is either going to come in first or last place, and both are even money, and one of them's going to happen, you definitely would have said last place. You would have thought he'd lose interest, he'd kick ass in football, and not pay attention to everything else. So hats off, very busy guy. He's on flights to Abu Dhabi every 3 days.
I think he has finished in first and last place because the year before he won, I think he was in.
That's not true. I didn't come in last.
No,
I've never come in last. That's a complete lie and a fabrication. That's what you do, Brian. You're a liar. And I tell the truth. And if you want to hear the truth, I won last full season. And the year before that, I think was my first season. And I think I was in the middle. Like I wasn't in the top. I wasn't in the bottom. I was right in the middle. This is honestly an easy league full of dummies. And,
really?
I agree with
I look at it and I go, this is a cakewalk. So especially the fact that you can trade like NBA players for football and basketball. Like this year, I knew I wasn't going to win the whole thing. And if I'm not going to win the whole thing, I'm done. Like I was in third place. I was in the money rankings and I gave up. I said, I didn't even give up. I said, I'm going to concentrate on next year. So I'm going to call Brian because Brian's the easiest target. And I'm just going to take all of his keepers and for next year. And then I'm going to set myself up. And right now I am set up to win this entire league for this year because I either win or I don't care.
I hate that part of it though, because you can tank at the end of the year and you're giving someone else the title, right? What was the big deal?
Title, or at least you should have the title, but you're not going to get it.
I didn't like it though.
Brian on your side,
right? But Sal and I won the initial year it came, despite playing.
Who won last year?
Fantasy expert. I think. Well, last year is being, it's like a month and a half left in the NBA season, and
who won the last complete season, Brian?
You technically won. But just like this Zoom, every 2 seconds, it was like, how do I make a free agent move? Like there's literally an email explaining how to make a free agent move. How come the deadline happened? There's literally an email explaining. So like I basically was your co-GM because every single question that you had that was explained in full detail multiple times across many emails. I
feel like this is what you do with Sal. Like that's the only bit of knowledge that you give is like technology knowledge. You don't really have any knowledge about sports, baseball, basketball, football. You're just the guy that sits on the computer and goes, wait, I should pick this guy? I should get this guy, Sal? Gee, you think so? This guy?
Your assessment is incorrect.